All right, well, welcome to Cover Fire Podcast. I'm Nick. That's Lou. And today we come blood. Cannibal Corpse fucking released music, though.
Well, I don't come blood.
I don't come
It's
blood.
not healthy. You should get that looked. I just want to start off by saying I actually want to apologize ahead of time. I don't know what happened, but I'm getting a runny nose right now.
Got well called.
So if you hear me sniffle, I just want to get that out of the way. Apologize for that.
Apologize. I have to kiss somebody's ass.
Yeah. Wait, whose ass am I kissing?
I don't know. Al Sharpton.
Al. Yes. Yes, I do.
But yeah, it's fucking cold. So, and ever since the Mummy, we've been.
Oh, we're gonna get into that
I don't
now.
fucking know, dude. We can get into it later. But ever since the Mummy, things have just been going downhill.
At this point, it's we might as well just go ahead and jump right into the Mummy. So after our last episode, we continued to sit in the basement studio area, whatever the fuck we want to call this area, and there's a toilet down here. And I was peeing in it, and I put my hand up against the wall, and I felt like this hollow area. So I was like, dude, Nick. I was like, Nick, what the fuck is this? And I'm like beating. I'm like, it's hollow as fuck. It's hollow as fuck. He's like, well, open it up. And I was like, no. It's probably not a good idea. I was like, maybe there's money in there.
What did I say? I was like, if you won't do it, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe there's like money or money or like treasure in there. So I don't know. I punched a fucking hole through it. And we just like rip everything out. There's like a bag of plastic in there. I was like, oh shit, so that like money. I was like, oh my god, it's
solidified
money.
The money feeling.
And so all of a sudden it's just tunnel, and you just look through it. It's like this dark abyss thing. And so we get a flashlight and we kind of get in there, and we look around, and there's like a cage in there. Dude, it's a cemented in room with all this it's debris.
From what I can tell, it's like 9 feet long by like 4 or 5 feet wide.
Yeah. So it's got like a bunch of debris down in it and all this random stuff, and you can see a cage, like pieces of a cage down
like
in
a
there.
hamster cage, a rodent cage.
It could be bigger. I mean, who knows? But
we did just have a video on my iPhone to look at.
I mean, and I rent this house, so I text the landlord and I'm like, hey man,
I punched a hole through the wall.
What is this? I don't know what it is. But anyway, so we're like freaking out the whole night. Like, what the fuck did we just uncover? Like, what is this?
It's probably news to him too, because he's like, he
didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, what the fuck?
So we put this piece of cardboard up over it, and it's just covered in tape. And it's like, no. It says, no, Mr. Mummy, we'll leave you alone. And we crossed Mr. out because
it said Mr. Mummy Man, and then I crossed out Man.
And then we crossed all the Mr. Man out because we didn't want to assume the mummy's gender, and then we put woman, like, to be fair, and then we didn't want to assume it, so then we said whatever, we respect whatever gender you choose, mummy, and we're gonna leave you alone. And it's just these notes, these written notes all over. We were really fucked up.
Oh yeah, we were.
And ever since that happened, so the day after that happened, my basement flooded. It's never flooded.
Yeah.
My hole.
Your hole.
My hole. Oh,
my hole flooded.
I had my work shoes had this giant hole in that when I got to there. Wow,
got to work today. Man, your brains. Maybe we should have had some coffee or something.
I got to work. There's this giant hole in my shoes, and something else happened that day too that I just can't remember.
I don't remember.
And then the basement flooded right before we came down here to record. It flooded again.
Wait, wasn't? Oh no, that wasn't the day. I was gonna say, wasn't that the day I had to like run around and return the Xfinity modem? But I think that was the day before or the day after.
All I know is it flooded again today when we came down here to record.
Yeah. Then I dropped my phone yesterday and completely destroy it, which costs $175 minimum to repair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like everything.
Just seems kind of weird that we discovered this
mummy hole.
Yeah, it's covered. We're not going near it, and everyone keeps asking me like, why won't you just go in there and dig around? I'm like, I don't know about you, but I've seen the Mummy, or like not just even if it's not a mummy. I've seen horror movies.
I don't want scared beetles under my skin.
I'm straight up okay. I'm fine. It's been down here. I've been down here this whole time. It's never been a problem.
A Noxuna Moon? I don't want that shit. Is that the girl? Emotep and a Noxuna Moon.
Emotep's the
dude mummy, and a Noxuna Moon's the hot Egyptian mummy.
Yeah. And then to make it worse, we decide, well, let's go look at this attic that's here.
Oh, God.
So Nick had gone up into the attic a couple days or a week before, and he tried to get up in there, and it looked like it was sealed. Turns out...
There was there's like a over top of... It's a normal drop down stairs or like ladder leading up to it. And then over top of it is a cage made out of 2x4s and chicken wire that has insulation all around it, like fiberglass, just wrapping this thing. So I was like, maybe it's just to keep the heat in. And went to go push on it, and it just would not budge. And then eventually I like shoved it up, and it like I heard something break, and I was like, but now I was able to open it. And I look, and it has been nailed from the top. Like, nailed closed. Like, somebody was up there and had closed this fucking thing and then just never left. And then we find pulleys up there, random lamps, poles to hang shit from with, like, cut wire and rope on them.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah. So, I don't know what happened here. But, honestly,
it's literally like we live in John Wayne Gacy's old house.
I've had, no bad vibes being here, no weird incidents at all.
Then I move in and fucking ruin everything.
Whatever. So I'm just gonna chalk it up to just coincidental bullshit. But
coincidental mummies.
Yeah, coincidental mummies. But yeah, that was fucking wild, man.
It was.
Nick's just running around the basement.
No.
Like, I hate this place. I hate it here. I hate it. God. We were up till 5 or 6 in the morning that day too.
Yeah, we were up late.
We were trying to figure out what to do about this situation.
Yeah, it was like we were both kind of tired,
and then I ended up falling asleep down here on the couch, anyways.
Next to the mummy hole.
Yeah,
you didn't get possessed. It's not a poltergeist. Poultrygeist. That's a movie.
Is that the one where the possessed turkey?
Yeah, attacks like a KFC knockoff or something.
It's actually it's gotta be like Sharknado or something like that. That'd be,
dude. It's not a good movie, but it's
is it a real thing?
It's funny as fuck. Yeah.
Oh wow,
that's a real movie.
I thought you were.
No. This is a real fucking movie. I think it was released in early '90s or late '80s.
Oh wow. Okay. That's.
There's another one called Poultrygeist: Night of the Chicken Dead.
It's I'm good. I don't need to. I'm straight. I'm fine.
Nope. That's just the first one.
Nope.
That's just the only one. Poultrygeist: Night of the Chicken Dead, 2006. Wow.
I don't know why this is popping in my head right now.
Way off.
You've seen the Leprechaun movies, right?
Yeah. Leprechaun.
What's the Leprechaun? 4. Is it like Leprechaun in the Hood?
In the Hood,
where he's like, she sneezes once, she sneezes twice, she'll be mine when she sneezes thrice. There's that little rhyme in the beginning of the movie. Is that which Leprechaun is that?
Oh God, I never watched him enough.
I don't really watch scary
I remember
movies, so.
I watched In the Hood enough to remember the one part where he goes to smoke with somebody and he's like, a friend with weed is a friend indeed, and he just rhymes. He rhymes the majority of the Leprechaun movies. So
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
All I know is that I think that was I saw a part of it and I was like, ooh, this is
you're
weird.
Nah, I'm alright.
I don't want scary movies to begin with, in any way at all.
Tub thumping over here.
Kind of a pussy like that.
I ain't never done no pussy stuff.
Yep.
U.S. Web Store.
Yeah.
I'm on the Cannibal Corpse website still.
What's that?
I'm on the Cannibal Corpse website still.
Yeah, they dropped that new song today?
Yeah, that's why I was on it. I'm seeing if they dropped any new merch for it.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Have you listened to it?
No, I have. I was looking it up. Did not listen to it at all. But I am very excited and hope it's.
You know who else just recently dropped new music? System of a Down.
System, yes.
Yeah. We actually watched the music video.
Yeah, we did.
Night.
We did. That was. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I don't know. A lot of people didn't seem to be in. So one of them is called "Protect the Land," and what is the other one called?
Let's see.
So they made the one
Genocidal Humanoids.
That's the one. So I personally like them both. I think a lot of people were complaining about them being different, but I thought they were pretty System of Downy. I didn't really see
literally exactly like what I felt System of a Down.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely thought Protect the Land was a little slower than what you would release 15. Here's the thing: is I think people 15 or 16 years, 15 years. So the last album was Hypnotized in 2005.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though is like I hear System of a Down probably once a day working in the field that I work.
Yeah.
And they haven't dropped a song in 15 years.
It's because they just released bangers, bro.
Yeah,
on top of just
yeah. So I think that's the problem, that people were just expecting like that, and they just released like, I think they're great.
Yeah.
They're not like, I don't know. They're good. They're
It's
really
not Toxicity or Chop Suey
Yeah,
or
exactly.
BYOB.
Yeah, exactly. So I think people were just like expecting something like that, and it just wasn't. But they're still good, so I don't really see the problem.
Well, it's because like, why did they release it? It was
because
of
in response. So I don't know if they had been. There's always been talk of them making new music, but so it was in response to the Armenian-Azerbaijan
conflict.
It was a fight over who gets the corn.
No, corn was the first episode. Callbacks.
Yeah. So it was that. So basically, Azerbaijan. So there was a conflict way back. There's this territory, I guess. It's the Nagorno. Sorry if I say this wrong. Nagorno-Karabakh region.
Yeah.
And I believe there was a war in like the late 80s over that. So Azerbaijan, from my understanding, was the initial like offensive or belligerent, I guess would be the better word, in this particular conflict that happened last year. And all of the members of System of a Down are of Armenian descent.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
So
right now.
Azerbaijan basically was like, we want this territory. It's been in like disputes since I guess World War I.
Yeah, it looks like the ceasefire ended in '94.
Yeah, and then so
it's like still kind of
they
fresh.
got they got another ceasefire, I believe, in 2020 as well.
Let me see.
I believe Turkey was backing the I'm not sure what they call people from Azerbaijan, so I'm going to go Azerbaijanians, but I'm sure that's probably not right. Sorry if I've offended anybody with that. That's just pure ignorance.
As your bisexuals.
Oh, even worse.
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
yeah, so I believe there's a ceasefire right now on that. So all of them are of Armenian descent, so they released that song "Protect the Land."
Yeah.
Being that that's where they're from. But yeah, it was a good song. Genocidal Humanoids. I didn't really get a chance to look too far into the lyrics of that. I believe it's still related to their Armenian history, and there was the Armenian genocide in 1915. I believe there was 1.5 million people killed in that.
Jesus.
So
yeah.
I don't want to sit here and say that's what that song is about, but definitely could be. I didn't research it enough as far as these song lyrics to particularly know if that was what they were talking about.
And then so it was. Wasn't it to buy the songs you had to donate?
Yeah, you had to donate. Yeah. They wanted you to donate to
their
a particular charity.
Bandcamp.
Yep.
It was the Armenia Fund.
Yep.
Azerbaijanians. 15 years have passed since the Grammy-winning alt-metal group released their record, Hypnotize. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's still like...
I think they've sold somewhere like 50 million albums worldwide.
Dude, it's
insane.
Yeah. And it's like, to be gone for 15 years and then they probably like had so many people just fucking nonstop bumping that too.
I don't understand. I mean, it's just crazy that, like I said, that they can go this long and people are just that fucking excited about it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like Azerbaijan were using banned weapons and cluster munitions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, from what I was reading, it basically there was some shit that was either way. We're not gonna get into the political aspect. Really, I don't want to like get too far into that, because honestly, like I don't know, and I do research and I do read and I do look into things.
Yeah.
And that's why I have some knowledge on the subject. And honestly, I looked into it a lot when it came out. But I'm not going to sit here and try to side with one person or the other because, quite frankly, I don't know enough about it to do that. So that's why But you should check them out. They're great songs, honestly. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I hope there's more coming.
Yeah, especially like as good as Scars on Broadway and Surge's solo shit are, I just can't get into it.
Surge's solo stuff was good. I liked some of the stuff he did with Buckethead too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Surge's solo stuff just sounded like a discount System of a Down anyways. So
yeah. Like you're going to Great Value and you're like, is this System of a Down?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It was good, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
I was okay with not having heard it either. I mean, but
oh, it looks like Darren wrote Protect the Land.
Is that the
That's the guitarist.
Okay. Not familiar with the names. I was trying to see if he was the big Trump boy.
Big Trump boy? No.
Big Trumpy boy.
That is Dolmayan.
John?
John
Doliman or whatever his name is.
Dolmayan?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Yeah, he's the...
Bro, so speaking of fucking shit, so to our first episode, I went on a mini rant about Marilyn Manson. Guess what happened today?
Literally today. He's getting fucking straight canceled.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've been hating on this dude
for years. Literally as long as I've known you.
Years. You've
been fucking spewing your anti-Marilyn Manson hate speech.
Yep. Look into it.
For lack of a better term.
Dude is being accused by multiple women of sexual assault.
Yeah.
Sucks.
His former fiance.
Yeah, we talked about that last episode. Rachel Wood, we talked about it. Yeah.
Damn.
He tortured her.
Yeah, what is it? Horrifically abused her for years. Started grooming her when she was a teenager. Brainwashed and manipulated me into submission.
32 or something.
Yeah. Holy shit.
No, thank you, sir. That's okay. Yeah.
And just to think, just look at the guy. He's a fucking...
I mean, I don't want to fucking judge somebody based off how they look.
No, I mean, but he's a fucking nerd.
I mean, sure. He's a nerd. Yeah, whatever. He's a nerd.
He's a fucking nerd.
I don't want to be the kind of guy. That's the thing is, I don't want to be like, oh, he looks like... Because, I mean, I have a fucking Glock 17 covering the right side of my face. I'm
just saying he looks like a fucking nerd.
Yeah. Could be a nerd. Yeah.
He looks like he got picked on a lot.
Jeez, you're just...
I'm into it, man.
Getting into it.
I am.
Yeah. Finally spewing the hate speech for Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson hate speech.
Oh, I'm seething with rage. I hate Marilyn Manson so much. And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, well, guys, chill out.
Whoa, come on. Calm down.
Yeah, haven't you been spewing hate speech on him for years? Yeah, but
you don't have to call him a nerd.
It's a little much. That's a little much. So, oh, man. So, I guess just kind of jump right into this next. We decided to kind of go over some albums. We talked about it last week. Back it up, actually. I'm looking at the email, one of the emails you sent me from you. I believe it's from your personal email.
Yeah.
And why is that you shirtless?
Yeah, that's me shirtless. That has been my
Jesus Christ.
That has been my Google picture for, I want to say, 12 years.
You in high school? Yeah, you're definitely in high school.
Yeah. Those are underage tits right there.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
They're not tits. It's just my chest.
Why?
I forgot what it was.
Why is it like that?
I think it was I can't remember what it was. I think it was my girlfriend at the time was like, show me your tits. And I was like, all right.
So you made it your Google image.
So I sent a picture out. No, I just thought it was really funny. Mm-hmm. I just looked at it and would laugh. And then I decided, yeah, why not? I think that's when I had to remake a Google account. Make an official Google account. It didn't look too bad. And I think that was just the photo I had on deck.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I can't believe I just noticed that, honestly.
I know. Well, think of it this way. I've had numerous business interactions through this account. Like, I always think about that. Like when I had the insurance school sent to me, like the information for the school, I just thought of like the guy sending the email with that big fucking photo popping up.
Did you use your Gmail to apply for the... You know what?
I did.
Fuck you. Yikes. That's not good.
No?
Moving along. So, you listened to that Judiciary album, right?
Yeah. Listened to it quite a few times, actually.
I was a bad boy.
Yeah. I didn't listen to it for, I don't know, shit kept coming up, and then it'd be the, like, time to go to bed, and then I'd be like, fuck, I didn't listen to that album. Mm-hmm. Then I'd be like, and then, like, the next day would happen the same thing. And then finally, like, I got onto it, and I just forced myself. Like, every time I'd hear silence, I'd be like, oh, time to put this back on. Time to put it back on. Just kept on myself. And I tell you, it was all right. That's pretty much it. Like, it was, I mean, I got notes here about why I think it was just all right.
You think it was just all right?
Yeah, I think it was like
interesting.
7 out of 10, in my opinion.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
your opinion.
So, like, all around, it was a good album.
Yeah,
but it felt. Oh, I have it written down here somewhere. The use of power throughout the album keeps your head bobbing, but also has an almost negative effect towards the album, making the album almost not memorable, making you go back and re-listen only to have it happen again. But listening to each song individually, you remember that song as a whole. Like, I'd listen to a song and be like, yeah, I remember this. Like, I'd know how it'd go. I'd know, like, everything about it. But when I'd listen to it by an album, I'd be like, I could not name a single, like, I couldn't think of a single song off of the album. It just felt like one big kind of muddled together mess, for lack of a better term.
What?
Yeah. And I think what is it? I think it's it comes into play where the guitars get lost in each other a lot. They kind of like turn the two guitars and the bass kind of turn into this big just noise. You do understand what type of music this is, right? Yes, okay. But it's not like I've listened to a lot of metal, and to me it didn't sound like a note. It sounded like noise. Like, it was just like go at certain points. Like, almost like there's a band I saw live that I was like, what the fuck is this? What? I don't know, man. It's just to me. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. But there are moments where one guitar will pull away, and it has this. It just wasn't exciting to me. It kind of felt like it had been done before, or it like. I don't know, just muddled is the word I felt throughout the whole thing. But like there are numerous times or muddy sound to the album. That's how I described it in here. It was muddy. Like, it felt like I was trudging through mud. Like, that's the genre, though. Yeah. Well, the genre is thrash. It's not thrash. I wouldn't call it thrash. So. It's literally like, thrash metal. It's like metallic hardcore. Like, it's a crossover. It's not thrash. It's not thrash. There's parts where I'm just like, thrashy element. It's not. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here. We're not gonna genre queen. We fucking. Not gonna be a genre queen. But it's not purely thrash. It's not. But there are times where like the guitars get their solos, and it's not like. I'm honestly just surprised that you're not upset. I'm just like surprised on your opinion is all. I still liked it. That's the thing. Yeah, through and through, this is like, I'm just focusing on the bad things right off the rip. That's where I'm just like, it was all right. Because it's like, I liked it, but it's definitely not an album I'm going to go running to. For me, it seems like you're focusing a lot on the production of the album. No. It was like I feel like even if I saw it live, it would just... It's just weird. I don't know. You're the first person that I've met or review that I would read that
has said that about this album.
Well, it's like
I'm not like I'm just saying. Like I mean, it's surprising to me
because
this isn't your genre of music, anyways. That being said, I'm saying like it's just surprising to hear you say that, but still give the album a high rating.
Yes, because it doesn't
make any sense.
It's not, in my opinion, altogether. The songs don't do much for me altogether. But if you listen to them, like if I were to like sprinkle a playlist with them, if one of the songs would come on, I'd be like, this song's great.
I mean, I don't think it's an album great. Just like that Joji album. It's not meant to be listened back to front.
But it has an element of where each song kind of goes into each other to make it feel like a giant song.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. Sure.
Well, the numerous times I listened to it, it would just flow. That's what kind of like it worked against it almost. It had this like, literally you're listening to the first song and then it's the last song and you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Then you put it back on and it's the first song and then it's the last song. And I'm like, am I like missing something? I actually thought like I was skipping songs a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. And then just to find out, no, it's a 26-minute song. It's a 26-minute album that feels like a 26-minute song. And it was really hard for me to differentiate between.
You know, I'm gonna like try to prove you wrong so many times now because of this, right?
Yeah, it's all right,
but you know how I am.
Yeah,
not right now, but I'll just be trying to point out. I'll like get drunk and show you like this and this,
and I'll be like, but listen to this, and it's just because it literally just like there was literally one song where I like found myself. I'm just like listening. Like, are the guitars even like? It sounded like they weren't doing anything. They're just sitting there, like kind of ringing.
Yeah, I don't like the words you're saying right now at all.
I
don't enjoy it.
It felt like so out of the whole like what is it like a 3-minute song? I think there was like a solid 45-minute section where it was just one solid like kind of feel note like brrr, and that was it throughout this whole part with two guitars and a bass just going at it with the only thing really pulling through is the rim of the snare and like the bell on the
big chunky riffs. You're like not even thinking about
wasn't
those.
Even so like the riffs and the solos and the bridges that come back into the muddy parts are amazing. That's what I give it a 70 is because every other part besides those droning sections are amazing. It's just those fucking droning parts that I find like what the fuck is this? And I'm a guy who loves doom metal and loves fucking like I love Disentomb. It's one of my favorite bands. But this just felt boring. Like, not this whole. Those sections would feel boring.
So what about did you like?
Oh, a lot of it. There was, so, as I touched, the use of power throughout it, the vocals. The vocals are amazing. They're super, super raw. Like something you would walk into and a guy's like, my mic broke on the way here, but I'm still going with it. And you're like, this fucking works. It's amazing. It's very, very, very good. Like how well his vocals work through every little part of it. The bridges that, what did I put here? Other times the guitars break away, bringing to life this sphincter tightening bridge leading back to the driving rhythm that keeps you there.
Yeah.
That's like, and that's like what I was saying earlier is that's not a majority of the album is that droning. Those are the parts that really pushed me away. The way the songs flow together uninterrupted is actually a nice touch to the album. Like how it feels like when you're sitting there and listening to it and it goes, you don't notice this, like it doesn't ruin the immersion of like listening to a song. So you're not sitting there and kind of thrown out to like this world. You're still in the album, in the music. The breakdowns, unforgiving, fucking skull crushing.
Yeah, the breakdowns are dope as fuck. But that's the thing is like
out of this world.
I don't want to. I hate basing a song off of just listening to a song to listen to a skull crushing breakdown. Like that's.
But
that's dumb.
I didn't expect it.
Right.
Like I didn't when they hit, they don't hit like you're like, oh, here comes a breakdown. It's like I think there's only one in the album that you're like, oh, here comes a breakdown. But it's like when they hit, they fucking hit.
Right.
And that was honestly one of my favorite parts. There's no, when they get into a song, there's no like bullshit. It's immediate, right to the song.
Yeah, no, it's definitely and that's just how that genre plays.
It's great.
So yeah,
I fucking hate, like, there's numerous times I'll like put on a song and then I'll like go walk away and then I'll just be like, is this song gonna get louder?
Gonna have to get you to listen to some more hardcore.
I like hardcore. That's the problem.
Yeah, you like it, but we got to get you. I'm not gonna sit. I'm not trying to sit here and like Judiciary.
I just don't think this album was. I just don't think it was. I
was just trying to push you on an album that I really liked. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sit like we're not. What I'm saying is I think that maybe I tried to explore you into some more hardcore albums to see if you can.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Let's see if we can.
See, I fucking love hardcore. That's the thing too.
Yeah, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to get you on some other shit and see if we can get you there. So. I'm not gonna try to just do it just to get you to like.
This is your whole end goal now is to get me to like.
This is not like Judiciary is life, and I only want to stay.
I'm gonna make Nick like surface noise if I like it or not.
You liked it. That's the thing. Is like you gave it a 7 out of 10, so it's fine.
Do like
you just
it,
you just like you definitely came in guns a slinging with the negativity.
I wanted to get it out of the way. I didn't want to bullshit. I wanted to be like the album. Get it out of the way.
I didn't expect this. So.
No, yeah, it was.
I wasn't like expecting you to be like, dude, this is the fucking greatest thing I've ever heard. But I mean, because I'm about to get into my thing
and so another thing for it being their first full length fucking album, like their debut full length.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
for them shitting out. They have a demo, an EP, and the split album.
Yeah,
for them having that, like, okay, I could definitely deal with this.
Mm-hmm. I should have gave you access of equality.
Yeah.
I mean that's getting into my thing. So I checked out Alfredo.
Yeah, Alfredo
by Freddie Gibbs. So was nominated for a Grammy last year.
This year.
Well,
actually, yeah, last year I guess.
Whatever. For best hip hop album. So I'm just gonna be up front. Like I did not give this the attention that I would normally give it.
You had a lot of shit. We had a lot of shit going on.
A lot of shit happened this week. And then I would just get distracted. And I found out like a bunch of dope ass new songs. And I just kept getting into those. And I was like,
this is nice.
I gotta listen to this. But anyways, so Freddie Gibbs, good. It was a good album. Alfredo, he's been around for a minute, right? Been around for a while, like mid 2000s.
Yeah, he was. He actually got locked up in France for false rape accusation. Yeah, he did a concert. I don't remember the whole story. I think he has a song on it, but.
So yeah, I mean, I've heard the name Freddie Gibbs before. I'm sure I've heard some of his music. I can't really say that I've jammed Freddie Gibbs enough to really have a really good opinion on him. But checking this out, I was surprised to learn that he's almost 40 years old and just dropped.
He's an old bitch.
Yeah, he just dropped a album, potential album of the year, for the Grammys. And it was done with The Alchemist, who's a producer. I know who The Alchemist is. Mm-hmm. Probably a lot more than I would know who Freddie Gibbs is. So The Alchemist is Eminem's personal DJ, I believe, or official DJ.
Is he?
Official DJ, yeah.
I had no idea.
No, he is. Yeah, he's Eminem's official DJ.
I know he did. He did. God damn it.
Yeah, he's currently Eminem's official DJ. So he's done music for Grand Theft Auto. I believe he did all the music for Grand Theft Auto 5. He worked with Mobb Deep. He was in a hip hop group himself.
There was a lot of shit with Action Bronson.
Anywho, so he produced this album, and he's known for kind of producing really, really solid stuff.
Quality.
I know he's produced for Nas, Jadakiss, Ghostface Killah, Snoop Dogg. Linkin Park, I believe, as well too. Actually, yeah, no, he has definitely. He's definitely
fucking dope.
He definitely has worked with Linkin Park. I remember that. I think that's actually how I found out about The Alchemist was when I was through Linkin Park. But so
Schoolboy Q.
Honestly, so I got a good chance to listen to it. The opening song, 1985, is dope as fuck. It's got this sweet little guitar sample. Oh man, I had it. I knew what it was. I had it. Oh man, what was it? Anywho, I'm gonna get back to that, but it has a really cool guitar sample, and it just kind of flows like really well. And then it jumps into an okay. I don't know the name of the song. I don't have the track listing in front of me. I'll pull it up. But so it goes into God is Perfect, which was okay. And then Scotty Beam, which I really like.
That was my favorite.
It does have Rick Ross on it, and I'm not a fan of Rick Ross.
Oh, yeah?
Not big on Rick Ross, like, at all. And I was, like, kind of confused about this song at first, because I didn't know Rick Ross was on it, and I was hearing my first initial listen to it. I heard the Maybach music thing, and then what I thought I heard was, like, some, like call outs in it. I think he said need a I don't know. I thought I heard some like call outs in it.
Yeah.
And I ended up going and looking at the lyrics because initially I was like, hey, man, is this a fucking Rick Ross diss track? And I looked into it and it said Rick Ross is on the song. I was like, well, it's clearly not a fucking diss track, so what is this?
Yeah.
And I ended up reading the lyrics, and it's so basically I don't have them in front of me. I would suggest listening to the song yourself. So it's called Scotty Beam.
Definitely. I mean, it's yeah.
So it kind of gets into Freddie Gibbs talking about racial prejudice, police brutality, racial institutionalized racism.
Yeah.
And then when Rick Ross comes in, he starts rapping like a traditional, like self-centered Rick Ross rap, like I can, fuck these bitches and make the pussy the wettest or whatever. And so like I interpreted that as Freddie Gibbs is going like super hard. And this was, I believe, right after what happened in Minnesota.
Yes, it was
right after Minneapolis,
right at the beginning of the BLM movement.
And so this song was released right after this, I believe. Mm-hmm. So my interpretation of it, and could be wrong, it's my interpretation, is Rick Ross is basically representing selfishness and people who don't really give a shit and use the movement for their own personal gain, while Freddie Gibbs is rapping and like talking about it and trying to actually showcase that he wants to, or representing those who are actually trying to make a difference. So it's almost like one person is marching for conscience while the other person is marching for views. And you know what? Not to, like I said, get into that whole thing, but that's like all those stupid fucking cucks that were, especially, I'm going to call every single one of you out right now. The white fucking people that were at the marches fucking taking pictures of yourselves and posting it on your Facebooks and turning it into your fucking profile pictures. You know what? I want it. Sure. I'm sure you support and believe it, but, you didn't need to go out there and
post
do it
just
all
so
over.
You
can get it, just get attention and get likes.
Clout chasing.
Yep. That's all it is. And you know what? I'm sure I'm not saying you're racist. I'm just saying you're just kind of a piece of shit for using that.
Yeah, you're not saying that they're doing it solely for this reason, but it's a big
I'm just
push.
saying you're just kind of a piece of shit, like a little bit. For
oh, look at
that.
me.
But, not to get into all that, because if you know me, I can tear some stuff up but we're not doing that.
Not today.
Not today, Isis. Not today.
We'll do that in one of our
we're not honestly that'll have to be like a solo one. Right.
Not associated.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I listened to a lot more of it, and I didn't really get too much into more of it after that. The songs are good. Honestly, his lyrics are great.
Mm-hmm.
So like going off of his lyrics, definitely leaning a lot towards gangster rap. I didn't do enough research, but he seems to be rapping a lot of drug selling, a lot of cocaine, lot of cocaine.
Yeah,
shit.
I think that's how he got his start. He sold a bunch of cocaine and started.
Well, I know he was in the army for a little bit. And he got like dishonorably discharged for something. It wasn't very
really
long. Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of gangster rap, essence, a lot of drug dealing. But his lyrics, this is my first time exploring Freddie Gibbs.
Gun charges.
Really?
Theft and gun charges.
Wow. It's my first time like really exploring him enough to know anything. So I don't know if this is a commonality between every album that he has, and I don't really know if anything else. I just know that reading the lyrics and glancing over it and hearing it, definitely the gangster rap undertone.
Yeah.
It's just good. I would definitely go ahead and look into it. I don't really have anything else on any of the other songs. They're not bad. Nothing stood out enough to me after that to really hit me hard. And I listened to it. I not as much as I should. I'm gonna have to go back and do it again. But honestly, I would check it out. It's a good album. It really is. Honestly, the beats are great. The lyrics are amazing.
That's kind of like touching on the not being able to like listen to the whole album. Not being able to, but it's just like you're like, yeah, I like these songs, but you just kind of. I feel like listening to Freddie Gibbs, it is his lyrics. That he has so much meaning behind his lyrics, and he fills each song with so much fucking information, whether it be calling himself Kane or like talking about.
Isn't that his real last name or something?
I don't know. I think he just calls himself Cocaine. Like
no, it's not. Yeah,
yeah. I think he just likes calling it cocaine.
Yeah.
But like, it's either whether he raps about fucking doing coke and fucking bitches, or like the BLM movement and all this like terrible shit that's happening. He fills it with so much shit that it's kind of like overfills your brain at a point.
Mm-hmm.
To where I found myself when I'd put on this album, I'd only be able to listen to like 5 or 6 of the songs, and then be wanting to turn it off because I'm like, okay, like I need something that I'm not gonna focus on and like want to listen to.
But that's the thing is like I remember even reading it like this is a like critically like acclaimed album.
Oh, it's a fantastic album.
Like 90 out of 100 on Metacritic or some shit.
Yeah.
And then the name is a combination of the Alchemist and Gibbs like actual names.
Oh yeah.
The name of the album is which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd check it out. And since Nick didn't tell you, I would check out Judiciary.
Oh yeah, definitely check that out.
If you like hardcore,
just moved
you'll
on.
love it. That's about all I got on that.
It is a good album.
Nick's a piece of shit though.
Fuck yourself. It's a great album. It's a good album. I wouldn't say it's a good album. Fuck man. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you'd always make us listen to that fucking you'd always play that volumes.
Played all the albums.
That fucking
every albums that ever existed.
What is it? Volume song? The one that was with Puya in it?
Yeah, that was right after what's that fucking dude? I don't know his name. The vocalist, the new vocalist that had joined. I can't remember. He was like from Bury Your Dead or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was the fucking Bury Your Dead guy.
Mike something.
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
And that was, they dropped that one song. It was called Volumes. They were a Genty boy band.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
So Gent is metal music that's characterized by palm muting, short notes. I'm not a Genty
Varying
boy.
time signatures.
Varying times. That's a better description of it. Yeah, thank you.
Matt Brusso.
But anywho, Volumes was like a Genty boy band in the late 2012-ish area. I don't know. And then they got rid of they had 2 vocalists. They got rid of one of them.
Mike Terry,
yes.
Mike Terry.
They got rid of one of them, and then they brought in Mike Terry. And then they did this song. They dropped this one song. It's called Feels Good. It was pretty good. I liked it. I was jamming it quite a bit. And then they dropped the next track or single off their album.
Oh, God. Was it fucking bad?
What was it called? On Her Mind.
It's called Mind, isn't it?
No, it's On Her Mind.
Oh, On Her Mind? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Otter Mind.
Otter Mind. I got otters on my mind.
I got Otter Mind.
That's all I can think about.
Dude, that song is so fucked.
It starts off okay. and you're just like, all right, cool. It's like the guitar rhythm, and then it just gets bad really quick. And not to be like weird, I don't like Puya, honestly. And it's weird because like I get down with rappers like such as Tara Reid.
Yeah.
But I don't like Puya. I just don't. And it's probably what it is. It's probably because of that song. That was I think that was the first time I'd ever heard of Puya.
Yeah.
And then
like I didn't even like remember that he was on that song until you had mentioned it at one point, and I was like, oh yeah, because
he's big time on that track. It's not good. If you have not heard it, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that like it. If you haven't heard it, it's called it's On Her Mind or
On Your Mind. I'm gonna figure
it's
it
either
out.
On Her Mind or on figure it out. It's either On Her Mind or On Her Mind.
Yeah.
The album actually
On Her Mind. Yeah.
So it's On Her Mind by Volumes. The album itself that it's off of is actually pretty good. I actually enjoyed the fuck out of that album.
See, I didn't even give it a chance.
I did, only because I ended up hearing like 2 more songs after it. After that happened, I was like, these aren't bad. I didn't mind the singing that came along with it. I'm okay with some singing, like clean vocals in that kind of music, as long as it's done properly. And I thought it was done well, personally. But yeah, I mean, it was
that one song.
That was bad.
I know. And it didn't help that you would fucking play it every day.
But
it was,
hold up.
Let's say it was because of there was one guy we worked with. And if you work in a kitchen, you always give each other shit. That's how you pass time.
Did he not like that song?
No, he loved Volumes, and then that song came out, and we would always be like, or you'd always be like, hey, you need to play it. And he would give you that look like, are you fucking serious? Yes, I like this band, but I do not like this song.
Oh,
and so you knew it would piss him off, so you just kept playing it.
Yeah, it's not as bad as in that same kitchen, though. Like the dude that would play Revolution and Yellow Wolf and Iration non-stop.
It's better than Kickstart Your Heart.
So, oh my God. So before the start of every shift, I would play Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue, and I'd walk around and go, whoa, yeah! And I'd just like do the kicking thing as I'm walking around and just to get ready for the dinner service. And
that chair just got real fucking squeaky.
These guys fucking hated it.
No. I hated it. Everyone else was all right with it. I fucking hated it.
Oh, yeah. That's probably why I kept doing it.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah, that was an all right time. I like that kitchen. There was some dude. His name was Kyle. And first day I met him, I walked out to him. I was like, "What's your name?"
Oh, yeah.
Kyle. I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't really like that. Your name's Bart." And I just kept calling him Bart, and everyone called him Bart.
He's still in my phone as Bart.
Yeah,
or Barty Boo.
And Barty Boo, and everyone called him Bart. Everyone. He introduced himself as Bart, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, unless it was an attractive girl, then he'd be like, "Oh, this is Bart," and he'd be like, "It's Kyle," and he would like do the whole. Oh, I love him. Yeah. He's one of my favorite people alive.
He's pretty funny, but no, I mean, honestly, it was a great place. Other than the fucking nonstop Revolution, and I like Revolution and Iration too, but I don't anymore.
Hear it every day.
But I don't anymore.
So there was the time when you left. You actually ended up moving, and we had to sit down, Bart, and like inform him that one of his dads was leaving.
Yeah,
sat him down, gave him chocolate ice cream with sprinkles on it.
Oh, we did do that, didn't we?
Hey, bud. Both of us were like,
"Hey, bud,
you like your ice cream?" And he's like, "I don't want ice cream." Like,
what's going on?
What's happening?
Yeah, so we sat down, this grown man, and like I was like, got him ice cream to be like, "Hey, I'm moving. I'm quitting, and I'm moving." So, yeah, because everybody kind of knew it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a really shitty. Sorry. I don't want to say I was in a really I put myself kind of in a really shitty situation by actions and things I had done. Nobody put me in that situation but myself.
Yeah.
I mean, my
yeah, we're not going to go there.
A family member didn't really help out, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get into that. But like, I more or less it was more of me. It was 95% me and some,
shit happens.
outside factory. But so I ended up moving, and everyone kind of knew it was coming. I was like, I can't find a place to live around here.
Yeah.
It's probably better that I just get the fuck out of here anyways.
Oh, and then you were moving closer to your parents too.
I actually moved in with my parents.
Yeah.
For 6 months, I want to say.
Mm.
Just because I was like needed. Might have been longer. No, it was 9 months. It was like 8 or 9 months. It was only supposed to be for like 3 months, and it just kind of kept staying longer.
I remember that.
I just need to get back on my feet. I had so for those that don't know me, I abused. And if you haven't told by the stories, I've done a lot of drugs. I used to abuse drugs like really heavily, specifically cocaine. I mean, really, that's it. It was mainly just cocaine. I mean, yeah, I did like MDMA and shit and other things, but it was mainly cocaine.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking like fully abused,
it was cocaine.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of horrible things, and like I took advantage of some people, their kindness, and it was really fucked up. And I put myself in a really horrible financial situation, and a legal situation, and a couple other instances. So once I kind of found myself on my ass, because I burned bridges with everyone, the only place I had left to go was my parents, and they let me in, and I was only supposed to be there for a couple months, and I stayed a little longer. They seemed to be okay with it.
yeah, I was like, I don't think they really minded.
But I ended up coming out of that situation. It was still rocky for a little while, because I came out of that situation. I went to jail shortly after there, and that's when I think I talked about it. Was the last episode or one of the episodes? I talked about getting out of jail and being homeless for a little bit, and then I ended up having to live in a motel. Yeah. I kind of came out of that situation like really, really strong, especially now. I mean, look at where we are now. It was bad. It was shitty, but I mean, I came out of it and doing better. But oh man, yeah, that was not a great time.
Hey man, shit fucking happens though.
Oh my god, the best part about that move though was I packed everything I own in the back of my buddy's expedition.
Oh yeah,
and
the fucking expedition.
He didn't have any windows in it because he had rolled it. So he
had
rolled
a fucking trash bag and blue tape.
Yeah, his trash. So he had rolled his Ford Expedition, his like 19 or 2000 whatever it was, Ford Expedition. After we used to get fucked. And this is bad. What we used to do is get fucked up, and we would just get in his Expedition and we'd drive around.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Drinking and driving after we had already been drinking.
Stupid.
Just listening to very specifically one song, "Honey and Sulfur" by Cradle of Filth.
Blaring it. It'd be like 4 a.m. We would be
just probably listen over and over and over.
Oh,
it'd
just be like we'd do a lap. Because I lived on the back roads, which still is not a fucking excuse to drink and drive.
It's not.
Just don't do it.
We're just idiots.
Terrible.
We're all doing drugs.
Stupid. People make mistakes. People do dumb things.
So, yeah, he had rolled his truck. Oh, why am I touching that?
The squeaking? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I just was playing with. I just started playing with my mic, so I'm really sorry.
If it started squealing.
Yeah, if you got fucked up by that, I'm very sorry. Anywho, yeah, so we ended up. Why are you doing that right now?
I'm done clicking.
Yeah, stop. Nick is clicking on the audio, trying to mess with it while we're recording.
Very far away.
Anywho, so like, he dropped me off at my house one night, and then he only lived like 1.5 miles down the road from me, maybe 2, and he ended up rolling his Expedition going around a curve.
God, because he lived right on those death curves, like those super, like the super wide, or like.
But I mean, So he rolled it in empty windows, and we helped me move. We loaded everything in the back of it. There were no windows; they were just trash bags, and we're like literally driving down the freeway. Like, I hope this stays in there.
I hope I don't lose that vinyl I paid a lot of money for.
I only had like 1 or 2 vinyls at the time. I didn't have much of my collection going by then. I think I just had Lorna Shore, Flesh Coffin, Arcspire,
great album,
Lucid Collective, Subamulation. I'm not sure if I had anything else. A lot of my stuff I sold so much like shit back in the Dizzy. So.
Yeah. There was, all right, so touching on him flipping his car, that wasn't the first time.
No, that was not. And actually, he had done it, I think, fairly recently before that.
Oh my God. There was one time, him and his girlfriend at the time broke up. Stop. Him and his girlfriend at the time broke up, and he got really, really drunk and decided to come over to my house late at night while I was dead asleep. And I like wake up to his phone call. And I think I heard somebody pulling in the driveway first because he had a really loud Explorer. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I look outside and I'm like, oh, why is he here? And I pick up my phone. He's calling me. I'm like, yeah, just come inside. Just as long as you're here, you made it safe. That's fine. So we hung out. I gave him a place to stay or a place to lay down and go to sleep. And he took off his shoes and laid down. And he's like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. So he stumbles to the bathroom.
Dipped out, right?
He just left.
Yeah, yeah.
His shoes are still on my, we're still on the ground of my bedroom. And I'm looking at him like.
We have a name for that.
I'm like, what is that? He just went to the bathroom. He's like, all right. Apparently he called her, started driving down the road, left, went the complete opposite direction of his house. I think he went maybe 5-6 miles out of his way. And then ends up flipping his truck at 5 or 6 in the morning. People are going to work and he flips his truck and there's beer cans all over the back because he just had beer in his car and he was just tossing them in back. Flips his car, all these beer cans go everywhere. He tries lighting it on fire and it doesn't catch on fire. And so then he scrambles and takes all of these beer cans and throws them into the woods. And a landscaper pulls up. Some Hispanic guy pulls up and is like, what's happening? And he's like, I need to get rid of these beer cans. And the Hispanic guy just goes, all right. And just helps him throw all these beer cans out and then just leaves. So he continues to walk all the way to his house, probably about, 6 miles barefoot at 5 or 6 in the morning.
That reminds me of a great story.
Mine's over. Let's hear yours.
Oh, my God.
Well,
we're getting into... No, we got to save this. We got to save
You got to save this one?
No, we got to save this. Yeah. This actually, we have to discuss whether we should even tell this story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's good.
Hey, next episode, maybe we'll hear that.
It's a really, really good one. But to kind of back it up even further, because I wanted to talk about that. Sorry, foot cough.
Jeez. You're just full of it. You're COVID today.
Nah, I don't think so.
I probably shouldn't say that.
I think, yeah.
That's demonetized.
I got the immunity, boy.
Umbilical death syndrome.
I don't have immune system. Huh.
You got SID.
Yeah, no, I have a chronic immune disease. I have immunity.
Yeah.
I have a chronic immune disease. So I get sick pretty easily. Anywho,
yeah.
I was thinking about this earlier. I want to talk about it. I've been meaning to talk about it. I don't know why I brought it up. Chevelle.
Yes.
Guys, so Chevelle dropped new song. I think they've dropped 2 new songs recently. And the most recent one, it's called Peach. It's pretty good. I haven't honestly listened to the whole thing yet. But I will. Chevelle is actually one of my favorite bands of all time. You all right?
You hear that?
Yeah. The computer.
Computer sounds like a turbine
Chevelle's one of my
engine.
favorite bands of all time. They're definitely in my top 10, and that's surprising to a lot of people. I don't know. I fucking like their music. I really do. But so they're dropping new music. I think a whole new album's coming out. But from what I understand, they're taking a hiatus after this for an undetermined length of time. I believe the bass player left the band earlier in 2020.
So did they have the album recorded at that point? Or?
I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet. But honestly, from the little bit that I've heard, the song, I believe it's called Peach. I'll just look it up.
Is that one we listened to the other day?
Yeah, but we didn't listen to the whole thing.
No, it was pretty dope though.
Yeah, it's Chevelle, Peach. Looks like the album is neuritis. I don't know. I'd have to look at that a little differently. But honestly, it sounded good. It's definitely something I got to jam a little more before I have like an opinion on it.
Yeah.
So, I know I assume I'm gonna like it. There's not much by Chevelle that I haven't liked. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely gonna be getting into that. But check it out for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably a good spot to just call it good.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Hey, so I don't think we have albums actually.
I literally the only thing I was thinking of.
It was a shitty week, so I work a lot. Like, I worked quite a bit this week. So,
yeah.
So I kind of just got sidetracked with that.
Mm-hmm.
I did have an album last night. I guess we could just. Do you have an album? As I have one, we could just do it.
I was thinking of. I mean, sure, yeah. I was thinking of The Allegory by Race to 5'9". Another off of the. I mean,
yeah, I really wanted to try to. I was hoping to try to move away from the metal hip hop back and forth.
I mean, I could give you.
No, it's fine. We'll just do it.
We'll
We'll do this week, and then we'll go ahead and.
Because there's another album I've been debating on whether or not to have you listen to.
We'll do this, and then we'll just try to get away. Try to get away from it. Unfortunately, I want to explore hardcore quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna. I've listened to these guys a little bit. They're real good. I think I would classify. It's like deathcore, tech death.
I fuck with tech death.
So they're called Crosis.
Crosis.
Crosis. Krosis.
Krosis. All right.
Album is a memoir of free will, I believe. Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, cool.
So check that out. That's what we're gonna be jamming all week. I'll be jamming. What is it? Royce to 5'9".
Royce to 5'9", The Allegory.
Dope. And then he'll be jamming a memoir of free will by Crosis for sure.
Dope album cover.
And we can this next part. We can just cut it, I guess, but. I guess I should have just said it and not done this. Hopefully next week we're going to have next episode, first guest, Eric Brett from 313 out of Detroit. So
that'll be dope.
We shouted them out last episode. And,
yes, it was last episode.
Yes, and hopefully we'll have them on. The game here is to start having guests every episode following.
Yeah, have a little interviews, have more people to just bounce shit off of.
Yeah. So...
we're just trying to make it more entertaining for you guys, pretty much.
Shut up.
Eat my ass, bud.
No one loves you.
No one loves you either. Thanks for tuning in. And just remember, fuck Lou.